Hi, thanks for checking out this video. I'm your Everyday Joe. Today I'm going to be making my sausage, pepper, and onion sandwich a unique way using my power air fry oven. So make sure you stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to be taking red bell pepper, a yellow bell pepper, and a medium onion. All I'm going to do is I'm going to slice them into strips. And I'm just going to use a small knife here. Okay. And I'm just going to take out the core. Okay. So I'll just pull that out like that. Get out all the seeds. And slice that up. So I'm just going to clean this out, get all these veins out. Tends to make it a little bit bitter. So we're just going to clean that out. You don't have to clean that out if you don't want to. Okay, and I'm just going to slice them into strips, maybe that big, maybe a ½ inch strips. So I'm going to slice all these up. Also do the same thing with the onions. I'm just going to slice them into strips, not rings. All right, so now that I finished slicing the red bell pepper, the yellow, and the Vidalia onion, I'm using a sweet onion. This is where we season it. I'm not going to use a whole lot of seasoning because it doesn't really need it, and I'll show you why. Because it's going to pick up a lot of flavor from the sausage anyway. So a little bit of salt, and I'm using the pink Himalayan salt here. Some of the dried herbs that I got from my arrow garden. Okay, and that's just some basil, some mint, a little bit of oregano, okay, and some black pepper. You can add as much or as little as you like. All right, so just gonna give it a quick little toss here. Don't have to get too crazy. All right. Great. And I'm just going to break up the onions a little bit. Okay, get it all incorporated. Now you can do this in a Ziploc bag too. You can just toss them in there and season it. Figure, hey, you know, we're already here, might as well do it. All right, so let me just wash my hands a little bit. Okay, so here's my little secret. I know I haven't used this basket much in any of my videos. The way we're going to cook this is going to be real simple, real easy. Not much to think about on the cooking side. And also it gives you a use for this thing. Now, if you guys have any uses for this that they don't talk about, something unique that you guys cook. Now, I know about roasting nuts in here and some frozen French fries or frozen tater tots. I know people have used that. I've used it in here. They just don't get crispy enough for me. But if you have a unique use for these things here, go ahead and jot it down in the comment section below. Give me some ideas. Maybe I can try a few different things here. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get all these peppers and onions in here and just get them all in there. It doesn't really matter much. Doesn't have to look pretty, because they're going to cook either way. Okay, and I'm not adding any garlic to here because the Italian sausages, the sweet Italian sausages that I'm using, they're garlic and cheese sausages, which will give a nice flavor. And just close that up for now. Just going to give it a little toss, make sure it's all flattened out and even. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is take the Italian sausage. Take a small knife, and I'm just going to poke a couple of holes in it. You don't have to go too crazy. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get the oils, the grease, the pork grease, and the flavorings that drip out and into the vegetables. Because if you haven't guessed it already, I'm going to cook everything all together. Okay, so I'm going to get those in here too. And you can probably fit about 4 or 5 in here along with this. I'm only going to make 2 because this is my sub roll that I'm going to be using, and I think that should be enough to coat everything. All right, so I'm just going to give it a little toss here. So let's get the power air fryer oven open. Now, you should have gotten a tool like this in order to get this in and out. When it's cold, you really don't have to, but taking out, you will need it, unless you're going to be using some oven gloves, which I'll probably be using to make life easier. Okay, and then you want to put it in, and the way to put this in here, you just slide it in. You feel there's a little ramp in there. Get it in there, and when you rotate it, you'll feel it kind of go into a slot. And this side here with the 2 cutouts will slip down, and you'll feel it kind of locks in place. So that doesn't turn by hand. So that's how you know it's in there right. All right, so we make sure the gate is closed. Close the door on it, turn it on. I'm only going to cook it at about 350 for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to hit the rotisserie here. That's going to get the basket rolling forward. And for you guys that don't know or just got your air fryer oven, this icon right here looks like a chicken on a skewer. That's also a rotisserie for the skewer side, but that will also engage the rotisserie. And also this circle here, that's your rotisserie direction. So if I was to hit that now, I'm not sure if you can see that in there, the direction that it's coming rolling forward. If I hit that, okay, that'll stop it. Hit it again. When it's flashing, it's going to rotate in the opposite direction. So that's a good way to control it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up to about 20 minutes because it's pretty full. We're going to take a look at it. So we're going to let this go in one direction for about 10 minutes and then stop it and hit it again. It'll rotate in the opposite direction for another 10 minutes. We'll take a look at it, test the temperature, make sure we get to about 165 for pork. It's 165. Same thing with most of the meats. 165 is a safe zone to be in, and that's 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll come back when that's finishing up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so the power air fryer oven just finished. I did add an extra 5 or 6 minutes to it because the temperature was about 150, like I said earlier, but 165 is where you want to be. So we're going to get this bad boy out. All right. I'm going to use the tool here. Looks like a field goal. So we're going for 3. All right. We open that up. Scoop that in. Now you want to lift and move to the side. So you want to lift it and shift it. And here we go. So looks pretty good. Doesn't look like a whole lot of grease came out. While the rotisserie was working, it just seasoned all the vegetables. So I think it's going to be pretty good here. So let's just dump everything onto this plate here. Okay, and you can see everything's cooked really nicely, not overcooked. It didn't all turn into mush. Okay, let's put that in the sink. All right, and that's where these gloves come into good use here, because it doesn't matter how you grab it. If you can't use the tool, you can use the gloves. I'll leave some links down in the description below if you guys are interested. Now we're going to take the temperature here, make sure we're well within, and I'm pretty sure we are because when I tested it earlier, we were at about 150. So I'm just going to go right down the center here. Now we're looking for 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the safe zone for pork, chicken, and beef. All right, so I'm just going to cut into it. So I'm going to cut into it and take a look to make sure. And then you can see all the juices coming out. Oh yeah, no, this is well cooked. Well, we're fine here. So this is well cooked. You can see all the juices just coming out of that. So I'm just going to give the peppers here a little taste to make sure that we're seasoned right. Perfect. A little bit of a crunch to them still. So they didn't steam all the way, they just, kind of roasted. So I'm going to take my sub roll here, and it's still warm. Just use a serrated knife here just to cut through. All right. And you can see the steam still coming out here. This is nice and warm, this bread. So I'm going to take some of the peppers and onions, get that on the bottom because it's got a lot of that oil, that flavoring on it. I want to make sure that it flavors the bread. That way we don't have to add any more oil to it. Okay, let's get some of these red peppers in here too. And then what I like doing is closing this up like this and giving it a press. That'll get all the oils and juices from the sausage into the bread itself. So it soaks it in. You can see the color in there. That's beautiful. All right. So we're going to grab one of these bad boys here. Get that in there. Get this one here in here too. Yeah, it's all going in there. It doesn't matter. It's going to stick out the side. It's good for me. It's a little bonus bite. And then I'm going to add some of these cherry peppers. These are hot cherry peppers in vinegar. I'm going to add some of those. That adds a nice little tang and heat to it. So we're just going to add just a few. I don't want to make it so hot, but the vinegar will kind of break up the oil a little bit, give it a nice flavor. Okay, just like that. And we're going to take some more of these onions and peppers and just get them all on top here. Like that. Add all these in here. Beautiful. Make it look really nice. Okay, we're going to eat it. It's going to be great. All right. So let's just move this out. I'm going to eat that anyway. That's going to be good. So I just want to show you what we got here. So do it all, get it all in there. Because the bread is warm and soft, it'll soak it up. If you try to toast it, what happens, the bread will break and then you'll be picking up, pieces off the plate. Not that that's a bad thing. All right, so what I'm going to do is just cut that right down the middle here. Okay, get all these bad boys in here. All right, so there we have it. I'm going to give it a nice taste. Like that. Yeah, it's all falling out. This is great. It's like North End street food. It's great. You get it on the cart. It's going to be a little messy, but it's going to be delicious. So some foods, the more messy, the better they taste for some reason. I don't know why. So that's like you can see all the juices kind of flowing out there. So we're going to take a big bite here. Oh yeah. You can taste the garlic in the sausage, garlic and cheese. The flavor just comes out. And it flavored the peppers and onions perfectly. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Give that a shot in the rotisserie basket. I think it just does a really good job flavoring everything. So I mean, you can try a bunch of other things in there too. Again, if you use that basket for anything different here, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. I'm kind of interested to see what other things you guys are using it for. If you have a rotisserie for your power fry oven, or if you have a different one. Just let me know in the comments section. Let me know what you think of the video. I'll put some videos here on the side. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching some of the playlists on some of the other recipes I have here. And we thank you for spending the time watching us. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.